When I was a teenager, I met Zuleidi, and then we started to date.
I got pregnant when I was 15. She was born when I was 16, you know.
It was really complicated for us because we were really young, only teenagers.
I went to live with my mother-in-law.
At that time, we lived in São Paulo. We barely had anything to eat. If it wasn't for the help of our parents, relatives.
Only God knows what we went through, me, him, and her, right? Because since she was really young, she didn't have many things. She didn't have this or that. Everything that she asked for, I said, daughter, we can't buy it today. Mommy doesn't have the money.
For me, it was a really difficult moment. I saw them fighting a lot. I already saw them physically fighting. For me, it was really complicated to say this.
One day we were at home. I had already taken the decision to separate, and watching the Faith Show, Dr. Soares preached a word that spoke a lot to us. This was in the year of mid-2003, more or less. He said, if you're thinking about separating, don't do this, no. God has great things for you. Every time that I went, that I heard the word, something made me feel really well. Some time passed by, more or less a year and a half, and I started to attend church.
When my father remained at home on the weekends, he took me to church.
To make Marcio happy, I went and got baptized at the Grace of God Church.
I decided by myself to not drink anymore, but my life was still completely wrong. Then when I started to follow Jesus truly, going to church and participating in the services, my wife started to get discouraged, and she didn't want to go anymore.
I didn't want to go, and then I started to go to the world, you know.
After some time, I accepted Jesus. After some months, I decided to get baptized, and then things started to change to the point that she started to come back, little by little, to go to church.
So it was when I was delivered.
It was in December 2004. We decided to get married. We started to give our tithes and offerings at church. Even with so little, we gave the little we had, you know? I worked at a parking lot in a commercial building, and then God gave me a word. The word that is written in Psalm 113, which says the following: He raises the poor out of the dust and lifts the needy out of the ash heap. And through my job in the parking lot, God opened a great door. I went to work in this company in which I parked the car of the people there. Then I became a stockist, you know? My income increased a lot.
The company paid for Marcio to do many courses, including the mechatronics degree, which made him get promoted in his job. In 2009, he was transferred to the city of Ribeirão Preto, in the countryside of São Paulo.
I was promoted to be a field technician, you know? So I went from junior technician to be promoted to senior technician. And then the opportunity appeared for us to come to the countryside. We moved to Ribeirão, and she was already pregnant with our second child. In 2012, I was invited to do some training in Japan. In 2013, I went to the United States, always learning more. Then after some time, I had the conditions to buy our own house. God opened a great door. We bought our apartment.
My family is a wonderful family. I am really proud of my parents.
We were rubbish, right? And today we are gold, you know?
In the beginning of everything, I felt that I was nothing, a nobody person. God is great, and He raises us from the dust. He lifts the needy out of the ash heap and makes us sit at the table with princes.